Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-hosts, Brian
Go on, everybody.
and Brett.
Let's go. All right.
If you couldn't hear Brett because he was a little bit far from his microphone, he's very excited for Big Brother 25. Um, this isn't Brian and I's first dance with Big Brother. We've tried before, but we're making a little bit of a full commitment, or at least a more like heavy commitment for the season, the cover of the season. You'll see a combination of the three of us, probably Kevin, some of the reviews on TikTok. We're going to try to make sure we're doing at least the eliminations for sure here on YouTube. But like I said, as we can do it, we will cover it. Like I said, make sure you're subscribed here on TikTok. Do everything, every episode of every reality show from The Bachelorette to Love Island. But like I said, we're here to talk Big Brother. So a 90-minute premiere here on Wednesday night. We have 17 house guests introduced, and we'll talk about the surprise 17th guest in a minute here. We got a lot of intros to the house guests. We're going to go over them, I think, when we review the challenges, and we can kind of pull those people up by those pods. But some new twists. 100-day season. So this is going to be the longest season ever. That'll bring us to Friday, November 10th, just to give everyone a little bit of perspective. Brett, you were saying 3 days a week. It's going to look like it's going to be Wednesday, Thursday, Sundays, with Wednesday and Sundays being at 8 and the elimination or the evictions on Thursday being 9 p.m., right?
That's the pretty standard format they've done. The times change, the days change sometimes.
Okay.
I think that's what it is.
We'll keep people in the loop with all of that. Um, what did you think, Brett? I'll kick to you first, and then Brian. Like, what's just your overall impression of this premiere? Did you think it was clean? Did you think it was messy? Like, what's your vibes?
So I watched the full thing for sure, all the way through. Rewinded a few pieces, and it was a little messy, definitely when they got to the competition part where people are just like walking through the house. I think this cast as a whole is the most ragtag bunch of people they've ever put together. And I'm glad that I didn't apply or get cast this season because I'd unfortunately probably be one of the first ones on the chopping block. We got a lot of like age ranges and
Yeah,
diversity qualification ranges and all these things going on. I don't think we've ever had a cast so old ever. And this cast, they're like checking all these random boxes. You got people with beards, people with mohawks, all that stuff going on. But it'll probably be interesting to watch. We got
that's a
some
really
good,
good point.
entertaining, some strategic people. I think they're all watching the show, so it should be fun still.
Yeah. All right. So what I laughed at was the first two people we met were blue and red.
Like Pokemon.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. So I thought that was really funny. I like red. I like Chili Billy. I like that he's like a pretty unique, interesting character. Um, yeah. I'm excited about the people. I like that there's it doesn't I felt like last season, Brett, when we were watching, there's a lot of like go hards. Like there's a lot of people like I'm here to like they like I watch all the show, and I'm not really getting that from this. Like some people said they watched the show, but it wasn't like really like sweaty people. I think like compared to last season.
I got the vibe it was less of like you guys are saying, like social media people, people like kind of bulked up, pretty people like coming on to like the challenge, right? And those are
Yeah,
a lot of the people we're seeing that we got seen coming over to the challenge, and they were all these kind of big, athletic, imposing kind of forces in that way. And so this does seem a little bit more of what I kind of take the show idea to be is more of like that social experiment, right? And look, frankly, there's a lot of corny stuff. Like this whole first episode was just corny, right? Like all the multiverse stuff and the names and the challenge. But that makes more sense that it's going to be more entertaining when you do have, like you said, the hippie guy and like the biker mohawk chick, and then the dude with the so many curls and bushy beard that you can't even see his face. He's like Captain Caveman. You know what I mean? Like I that was the part that I actually was like kind of entertained by. And then you did have like the one surfer bro from Florida. My wife went to high school with the guy, which is kind of
Wait,
funny.
which one?
The guy that was the artist from
Luke, right? His
yeah,
name's Luke.
Luke. Yeah, she went to high school with him.
Yeah.
They weren't like in the same crew, but she was like, I've definitely had like some classes with that guy. Like,
Where was the high school? Because he was saying he was not from the Northeast.
no, he's in Florida because my wife went to high school in Florida.
Okay.
Yeah.
was like,
So,
it's
Oh,
already
really?
out.
I was like watching it, but when you told us that before, and I was like, this guy doesn't live in Jersey.
No, yeah, she did not grow up in New Jersey. She grew up in Florida.
Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah. So yeah, let's go over the challenges. The whole idea this year is that the Big Brother multiverse was cracked with the time laser, right, Bry?
Yeah, time laser.
Time laser. The who were the people I had it here? It was
Brittany,
yeah,
Danielle, and Frankie.
yeah, Ariana Grande's brother is the one dude.
Brett, what do you know about these people?
So I watched the seasons with Brittany and Frankie. I have no idea who the other girl was. That was probably before season 10. I've not seen before
Okay.
season 10.
Yeah, she looked a little older.
So Brittany and Frankie are definitely fun, interesting characters. They're definitely good game players too. So the thing with this whole multiverse, whatever bullcrap they're doing, I was very confused. So I'm sure like, so I was watching this with my dad. I'm like, hey dad, let's like we just got home. Let's watch Big Brother. You haven't seen the show before. Watch one of my favorite shows. And he's like, what the hell's going on? And I'm like,
This
I
is
don't know what the hell's
dumb.
going on.
Was he like, this is dumb?
Especially with that part, like all the bad corny acting that they were doing.
Oh, it's
So
brutal, dude. It's so bad.
it was painful to watch.
So bad.
Whatever twist it brings in the future might be entertaining, but I hope that those three at least like join the cast versus just doing like their little acting gig and leaving.
Yeah, I like that because if Suri is the fourth, they're almost like the heralds of these verses.
Right.
Get rid of the Moonves lady, and we need like Kang. Like we need some help here. Like I'm confused.
They need a dimensional being helping her out to like
And
keep these people. No, God, no, not. What's his name again, Brett?
Who?
What's the bot you're doing impression of?
Oh, that's Zing. Well,
Zingbot.
Zingbot. I was making fun of Julie Chenbot.
Oh,
She takes forever to tell you where to go in a competition and explains everything that is happening.
yeah. This show challenges Love Island for the most like dead air and like wasted.
She
time.
does so bad at reading the stuff. Like you can tell she's reading it, and she keeps stumbling over the names.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first week. It's the first week.
Or whatever she said.
Mm.
Like the goo apocalypse, and she's like,
She's like, can I just read a normal ass challenge?
She's like, this is crazy.
Dr. Goo. I was like, Doctor Who, are they gonna get sued here? And I was like, Dr. Goo.
Yeah, so let's go over it. There's 4 different multiverses and move-in groups. The first ones were Felicia, Red, America, and Matt. They all had to go and pick the pink mats. There was 4 different competitions. They didn't know what the actual competitions were going to be, which we were laughing about how they kind of had to wander the house. That did kind of make me laugh. Where do we go? I don't know. Let's wander around. Corey, Blue, Jared, and Izzy. They were green. Kirsten, Luke, Bowie, Jane, and Jag were yellow. And Bowie, so Bowie Jane's 45. She's not 30. She's saying that she's 34 and she's a lawyer. We had Tyson, Nicole, Cameron, Riley, and Blue. So guys, anybody that really stood out to you from the cast out of the groups?
I would be pissed if I was Kirsten in that challenge where you're kicking your own ass.
Why would you be pissed? She was, I don't know what she was doing.
I mean, I would be pissed if I was her because all these other challenges I think were super like not like the pulling one we were holding on. Like where the gun guy had his arm off the thing.
I mean, they literally just have like ankle things tied around, right?
Yeah,
I mean, how hard could they can't.
Yeah, the one guy was like cracking his knuckles. I was like, are they even getting pulled? Like what? That's what I'm saying. Like she had this actual challenge where she needs to like use like energy to do something. And this guy's like sleeping on the mat. And the guy's like using his beard as a pillow and just holding on. And he's like
pulling challenge.
What?
Was it rigged? Was it rigged? So
I'm wondering, dude, that's what the hand coming off is.
I don't think it was rigged. I mean, he got pulled into the Netherverse, man. Like that guy might be dead.
Me and my dad, we were watching this and we were laughing. So this was the 4th challenge. We were laughing because we're like, oh, like, sorry, but all the black people were losing. And we're like, is it going to be an all 4 black people in the final 4?
Yeah, we were talking about that in the free show.
There was only white people in that last challenge. So I don't know if that was planned or whatever, but either way, like each pulley is probably on an individual meter. So we're like there was one girl. Are they pulling her slightly less?
That's what I want to get it weight
like
distributed, like how much you weigh.
They didn't
Yeah,
explain that
yeah.
at all
No,
because
they didn't at
we're
all.
betting like the girls should probably let go first if it's an equal pull on every person.
Yep.
Dude, I thought it was just some dudes in the back, like four producers or like PEAs, and just yanking, and then like eventually they, like I said, they probably doubled a few people up and yanked on somebody, like got him.
Well, there's probably 4 different machines, so they just adjust like whatever the
You think
pressure.
there's machines?
I'm with Brett here. I think it's a kind of a bunch of BS. Once that dude took his hand off the thing and wasn't getting pulled at all, I was like, I don't think they're getting. I think it's fake.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that they literally was artificially decided at one point, all right, we just got to put a couple people on and pull on one guy.
Yeah, I was expecting them to actually be like, you never saw their muscles in their like forearm being tensed ever. Like they're just
Yeah,
kind of
because they
like,
weren't barely getting pulled on.
yeah,
The guy that pulled his hand off, I thought he was maybe getting the most tension.
yeah, and he wasn't.
And then he had a whole handoff, and then all of a sudden,
He's chilling, dude. That's Luke. Luke from
The
Florida.
let's see. The script. So also, what was interesting, I said there was a change this season. There's no one competing for head of household before there's nomination. So Brett, the normal order, obviously, that means is head of household before nominations. What does the, and remind audience if anyone's doing the first with us, like what does the head of household have to do with the nominations, or why does it matter that one's before the other?
Well, so the head of household is the one that makes the nomination. So they would pick 2 people to be on the block. However, in this instance, there's 4 people on the block. So when the head of household gets named next on Sunday, they'll probably remove 2 of them, I would assume.
Okay.
So they have less options to pick from. It's instead of picking from the whole house and getting 2, you're picking from 4 to get 2, is what my guess would be.
Wait, Bill, you said this is just this one-time thing for this season, right? Or is this every time going forward?
What, the head of household?
Is it going to be? I thought, yeah. Is it going
That's
to be head
weekly.
of house? Huh?
No, that's a weekly thing. I just mean
No,
that
I know, but it like
Uh-huh.
she said, this is the first time we're ever doing this. This like the nominations are first before the head of household. Is that a constant throughout the season, or is that just for
probably
this?
not.
So I think they might do this again next week and the next week and maybe through 4 weeks until the multiverses are so small that they just make it one verse, right?
A
So
verse.
yeah, so like they somewhat did
Incursions.
this year, the year before. They had 4 different teams, so they're making it sound like it's a new thing, but I mean it's a variation of something we've seen before. But
Okay.
yeah,
Everything
whatever.
always is the new skin.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got. The puzzling headlines. That one was pretty straightforward. It was just doing a 2-layer puzzle. It was only like 6 pieces. It was not very complicated.
Bill, I know you haven't watched the challenges. In my opinion, are like not that strenuous at all. Like you're gonna be,
Yeah, there were 6 pieces.
yeah.
It was a reverse puzzle. The puzzle's put together, and you like went backwards and put it into a box.
Put it in a box.
Yeah, you put it in a box, but it didn't have to like make a picture or anything. It was just the shapes, so it didn't matter. Jared came in last, so he's first up for eviction or nominated for eviction. The Humiliverse was the kicking butt. I don't know what the hell Kirsten was doing. She kept moving herself further away by moving. Just plant your butt down and just do the damn pump. It was just bad. She like flat. She was really far behind everybody else. She lost by like 10, 12 from the person in front of her. That's pretty bad. The BB comic verse was the Goobocalypse. It's Felicia lost that one.
Hi, Felicia.
Hi, Felicia. Then we talked about the scary verse, which was Hold On Fright. Not only would Corey lose and be the 4th person nominated, he might be missing for a little while. I hope he's gone for like 2 episodes.
Isn't the Nether Realm like where Scorpion lives in Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, exactly.
Are they not getting copyrighted for any of this?
Nether may be like a generalized
Maybe they
term
spelled
or
it
something.
differently.
Maybe they have a space.
Hopefully, he comes back as a ninja. With a skull head.
I'm telling you, I would love if there's like a secret room that's the Nether Realm.
Yeah.
This twist is interesting because the first watch, I didn't really know what was going on because I'm like, why are you hiding the 4th guy? But like they're literally hiding him or doing something because they said before the competition, whoever loses this is gonna like get an extra something than the 3 losers.
Yeah, he's in another
which
dimension.
is why this might be the best guy we've seen to be in the other dimension because if he's on the block with these other people, He's like the most persuasive man in America or whatever by his definition, the 21-year-old. So we'll see what he's got against these other threes up against.
It's almost like Exile Island for Survivor.
That's what I'm thinking it's going to be like.
Like this, whatever they're going to another verse.
The last thing, Suri, 17th member, when they walked into the house, had champagne. We've covered her before, Bri.
I love her. I'm
We've
rooting for her.
covered
She's my number one right now.
winner of the Traders.
Yeah.
We
And her son's on the show. They don't know that's her son.
It's so funny.
This
Jared.
is so unfair, honestly. Like,
It's so funny.
What do you said it's unfair?
well, I mean, they're bringing one of the best social players ever into the house, which
She's not
her
going to
son
win, man.
in the house.
She's not going to
It's a
win.
Not
little bit
gonna win.
unfair.
She's not going to win.
Not gonna win.
No, I mean, I want her to
No
win.
drop.
Not.
I mean, that's true, but she can help position her son to win, which I think is unfair.
Well, he's on the block. He's on the block right now. He could go home.
She can position him to not go home.
Yeah,
She's
I mean,
gonna help him, I think, not
she's
go
like
home
Darth.
this
She's
time.
like Darth Sidious, man. Like
He
she.
basically has an
no,
ally
she's
on the
good,
game.
dude. She's
Yeah,
so
I'm
good.
excited. That kind of like made me pop a little bit. Like I'm like, all right, that might
But-
get Kevin to watch. Honestly, if Cerise sticks around.
It's a shout out to my buddy BJ. Oh, I know is watching. They're his family are big brother people, and he was like, I told him I was a few minutes behind. He's like, wait till you get to the end. And I saw that. I was like, yeah, I popped for that. That's cool. Like that's cool.
Yeah,
That
I
definitely
like
gets
her.
my intrigue.
I'm a
So
fan.
hope that she's around for at least a few weeks. I would really like that. I mean, we need to get to November with this show. So
If anything, you let her run your game for you, and then you just cut her at the end. So you just go under the mama umbrella.
well, right now we got 17 people, and we got to cut down to like the final. What? There's like 3 at the
Yeah,
end.
and we think these other people might be in too.
Yeah, we're gonna need this. It's gonna be fun. I'm intrigued, looking forward to it. We will have it covered, like I said, in variants of here on YouTube and TikTok between myself, Brian, Brett, whoever. But looking forward to it. So until the next review, for the 3 of us, thank you. Peace.